You're talking to Dietitian today, Maria Dow. Hi, Maria. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you.
Maria, let's talk today about calories. What are calories?
Calories is a measure of energy. It's a measure of the amount of energy contained in a specific food.
How can you tell how many are in foods?
You know, that probably is tricky to look at. There is a plate called the Eat Well plate, and it's got different food groups on it. And the Eat Well plate is divided into portions of food. And the larger the portion of food, the less calories they tend to have, less energy dense. So the likes of your fruits and your vegetables, they have more water in them, so they're less dense. Whereas if you bit into a peanut, it's very dense, it's very hard, and also very high in calories. So sometimes the texture of a food will give you an idea. Also, a food label, if something is in a packet, a food label is your best guide. The first thing to look on a food label is the list of added ingredients. Ingredients are written in descending order from the greatest weight to the least. So if there's a sugary or fatty ingredient in the first 3 ingredients, then it's high. And you can check that further with the nutritional labeling code for the amount of fat it contains and the amount of sugar or carbohydrate it contains, and also the calories it contains, either per serving or per 100 grams.
When I'm trying to lose weight, should I be counting every calorie?
You know, that could become a little bit tedious for someone. If you counted every calorie, you probably would lose weight, but it's a lot of work and probably quite unsustainable. The Eat Well plate is a very good guide, and studies have been shown how it relates to healthy eating principles and helping somebody to lose weight. It's looking to make sure that the Eat Well plate has 5 different food groups, and the areas of the food groups depict the amount of foods you're wanting to eat from these groups. So fruits and vegetables, you're wanting to aim for 5 servings of these fruits and vegetables a day. And a serving's an apple, pear, banana, a couple of satsumas, about 10, 12 grapes. Or you could, the other group is the carbohydrate type food, your bread, cereals, potatoes, rice or pasta. And you want to have at least 6 servings of these foods a day. A lot of people will try and cut these foods out thinking they're high in calories, but they're the energy givers in the diet. They're the foods that are providing fuel for the body and B vitamins that help the release of that fuel. And a serving is like a slice of bread or 25 grams of pasta, raw weight of pasta or rice. So it's not a big amount at any one time. And the meat, fish and alternatives is having about 2 servings of them, and a serving's about 4 ounces. Or maybe a fist size would be a serving of these foods. And also milk and dairy foods is another category in the Eat Well plate, and aiming for about 3 servings. And these are your calcium foods in the diet. So you've got the likes of yogurt, milk, and cheese as well. So watching your serving size, an ounce of cheese or 150 mils of yogurt or about 200 mils of milk, particularly semi-skim milk, is ideal, and they'll provide the calcium that somebody needs for the day. The 5th food group is your fatty and sugary foods, and it's there in a healthy, balanced diet because we do all eat them. So it's making sure that you just have very small portions and just for an occasional treat, and if you have them, enjoy them. And if somebody follows the principles of this Eat Well plate and the number of servings that you're looking to have, then you'll probably find that they don't need to count calories. They're eating foods and enjoying the foods for what they are, but still losing weight.
I want to talk a little bit about the fruits and vegetables, because obviously the fruits and vegetables are the most important things to eat. But for example, you often hear that if you eat a banana, it's more fattening than having an apple, or if you have butternuts, it's more fattening than having cabbage. So it becomes tricky again with the fruits and the vegetables.
Fruits and vegetables are all very high in water. Some of them have a higher carbohydrate content, the likes of a banana. But it's good carbohydrates. It's fructose, it's a fruit sugar. It doesn't affect your insulin, so it doesn't need insulin to be absorbed. It's a good low GI. Try to think of it as a low GI food. It's a good food for sustaining your blood sugars as well, and it's only 80 calories, which is actually pretty minor compared to the likes of a chocolate bar that might be 300 calories and give you a big rush of sugar and lead you to crave more sugar. So sort of they're good, healthy snacks. They're full of what's called antioxidant vitamins as well. The more colourful the fruits and vegetable variety you're having, the more antioxidant vitamins that you're having that are good for your heart and good for your bowels and good for your health in general long term.
And what are your thoughts on keeping a food journal?
I would say it's vital. In my own experience, looking at people that I've seen, the ones who are most successful are the ones that keep a food and activity diary or journal. I don't know if it's because they're more motivated and it's part of their motivation, or if it's a very act of keeping the food diary. But studies do show that if somebody does want to lose weight and ultimately maintain that weight loss, then keeping a food journal is vital for doing that. It helps raise sort of somebody's consciousness about what they're eating. There was a representative from the British Nutrition Foundation said that we make about 200 choices involving foods and drinks each day, but only a handful of those choices are actually conscious, under our conscious control. So if you just think sort of like that odd extra biscuit, your children's leftovers, that odd extra sweetie, they all mount up, but you're not consciously aware sometimes that you're doing it. So just keeping a food diary actually helps to raise that consciousness. The very fact you have to write it down, think, oh, I can't be bothered, I won't have it, then that's perfect. That stops somebody having it and raising their awareness of when they're actually nibbling like that. Even when somebody does keep a food diary, the studies have also shown that they do tend to underestimate what foods they're eating and also overestimate what they're doing, but it's still better than not keeping a journal or a diary at all. So it really is, it's probably one of the best tools that somebody could have when they're trying to lose weight and trying to understand their eating habits.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you.